Hello everyone, this is Jay Haley from Palmore Institute, and in this video I'll be covering our senior level speaking class. Now what we'll be doing this week is a little bit of what we would do in the normal lesson. Now, because we're not face-to-face and live, it'll be a little harder for us to speak, of course, but we're going to do some things to give you a chance to experience the lesson, and I'll let you know what you'll need to do. So let's get started with it. First up, you should have the book. If you don't have it yet, I know some of you might not have gotten it with the school's closure for the virus. So the book is actually this one here, Impact Issues 2. We'll be using this book in this term. If you have the book, you'll be able to follow along. If you don't worry. When you get the book, it'll all make sense. So let's take a look at what we got here. Now, first unit up is called First Impressions. Okay? In 1 week, we'll usually cover one unit of the book. So let's see what's going on with this one. Now, if you have the book, feel free, you can take a look at page 10. If you don't worry about it. Here's a list of some of the words that you would see on page 10. Now, page 10 has this conversation. Conversation is between two women. It sounds like they're university students. They're talking about going to a party. In their conversation, these words, these 8 words and phrases are things that you'll see in the conversation. I listed them up and I thought we'd take a look at them. So let's look at them one by one and I'll explain a little bit about them. Okay, first word on the list is where Tamara says. You'll find it on the left side, but Tamara says, and she's talking about her outfit, her dress. And she asks, don't you love it? Okay. Now, when she says, don't you love it, it can be a little easy to misinterpret this one, to get the wrong idea. It's really just the same as if she says, you love it, don't you? Okay, it does not mean that I think you don't love it. It means I do think you love it. So be careful on this one. When someone asks, don't you love it? Don't you like it? Don't you just hate it? They think that you do love it or like it or hate it. Okay. Moving on to the next one. Let's see, number 2, is Sandy. Sandy is commenting about the dress, and she maybe doesn't like it so much. She says that the dress is very revealing. Revealing, it's a hard word to explain about, but we often use it with clothing. And if you didn't understand the word when you read it at first, if you read just a little further, you'll get the meaning. Sandy says, when she talks about the dress, she means it's too sexy. It's too sexy for this party that we're going to. So if a dress or clothing is very revealing, it just means it's too sexy. Okay. On to the third word. The third word I've got is where Sandy mentions the physics department. Okay, the party is for this physics department. And the physics department, it's the section of the university that has the professors and the students who are involved in physics. Okay. Now, if you're not sure about what physics is, the picture of Einstein should give you a pretty good hint. Physics is a science. They will study, well, let me put it like this. Famous physicists are people like Albert Einstein, Isaac Newton. When you study that stuff, you're studying physics. Physics department, so it's the section of the university where the physics professors and the students are doing their education or research. And if Albert Einstein is the head of your physics department, imagine you have a pretty good physics department. Okay. For the next slide, let's see. I put 2 words together, white lab coat, safety goggles. And you'll notice where Tamara says, when she's asking about her clothes. Well, if I can't wear this nice outfit, what should I wear? A white lab coat, maybe safety goggles, because it's a physics department party. White lab coat, you can see in the illustration, the young woman's wearing a lab coat. Now, it's a little pinkish, but it's the kind of coat a scientist wears. Okay. Safety goggles, again, you can see in the picture, they're protecting your eyes. On the next slide, this word, flirting. Tamara says it's called flirting. Okay? Flirting is always a difficult word to explain. I have difficulty explaining it to students sometimes, but they give you a nice definition down below. This is probably as good as we can get. Flirting equals showing romantic interest in someone. Let's see. Word number 7. Tamara mentions being a physics major. Okay? We talked about physics before. That was the science she's studying. Major just means that she is studying, especially studying physics in university. Okay? When you go to university, you will have one area, one subject that you focus on, you specialize on, you study that the most, and that area, physics or biology or mathematics or history or English, that is your major. Okay. On to the next word. This was the last one where at the very end, Sandy says, well, suit yourself. We say suit yourself when we have talked to somebody about something. We don't agree with their opinion. Maybe we don't like what they're saying, but, conversation's finished, argument's done. Okay, I don't like it, but it's your decision. You go ahead and do what you want. So that's the type of situation where we would say, suit yourself. Okay, so that's some of the vocabulary we'll be seeing in this unit. And in the next video, I'll be introducing some of the speaking activities that we'll do. So thank you very much. I hope everything's well with you, and we'll talk to you again real soon. We'll see you in the next video.